As you may know, a Colorado charter school's leadership is under fire from gay rights activists and others for blocking a class valedictorian from giving a graduation speech in which he planned to out himself as gay. There are new developments on this story, but I want to share with you the initial events that set off this story. Valedictorian Evan Young said he showed the principal, B.J. Buckman, his speech, and the principal requested he exclude the remarks on his sexuality. Young asserted that it was a part of a general point that he wanted to make in the speech. The principal retaliated and showed the speech to Young parents, whom he had not come out to yet. So we're looking at two things. First, the obvious discrimination, and then maybe a breach on privacy from the school by disclosing this very personal part of his life that he planned this special moment. We're talking about an 18-year-old kid, 4.5 GPA, one of the best students in the school. The school is the Twin Peaks Charter Academy in Longmont, Colorado. And he said this quote, "My main theme is that you're supposed to be respectful of people even if you don't agree with them. I figured my gayness will be a very good way to address that."
I mean, this Twin Peaks Academy, let me just say, their motto is results matter. They might be getting some results sooner than they think on this issue, at least. You know, stirring up a lot of controversy, a lot of unnecessary flack. I don't know what the laws are for a charter school and what they can and can't do or how they can regulate students' behavior, but this is a case of discrimination, a simple case of are they discriminating against him, because he's a gay young man and not allowing him to acknowledge his gayness. You know, I don't know. I think the ACLU is probably going to go after them.
They are getting a lot of heat from many different organizations. One of the most outraged is actually Colorado Congressman Jared Polis. He's actually the very first gay parent in Congress. So this is something that is very close to his heart. He is looking for a full investigation on the issue. The charter school, as you mentioned, they're saying, well, we actually have the rights to protect the speech that is in a school function as long as their actions are reasonable within the pedagogic context. So using this as a teaching moment, we can actually say if you can talk about what you want to talk or not. But one of the interesting parts of the story is who is representing the school as a lawyer. He is Barry Arrington and is no other than the former treasurer of Michelle Bachmann Presidential Political Action Committee. And I have a quote that we unearthed from his past where he says this: "A man's body is designed to be complementary with a woman's body and vice versa. All of the confusion about whether same-sex relations are illicit will be swept away in an instant if everyone acknowledged this obvious truth." So, obviously, this team is biased to the anti-gay cause. It doesn't speak well of the school to choose an outspoken anti-gay lawyer to represent them on a discrimination investigation and due process. It goes to show that still in this country, we are far behind on understanding and being able to just let people be.
Well, Jose, he's definitely not mincing any words with those comments. Pretty straightforward remarks from this attorney representing the school, I have to say. Whatever the outcome of this, the question for me at least remains, what rights do charter schools have? Are they taking public money? If they are, is that in jeopardy for this sort of behavior? Are they just trying to censor, keeping younger students? I understand it's K through 12, it's not just a high school. So perhaps, if younger students are in this speech, they don't necessarily want to introduce them to sexuality so early. I mean, they're not really making a case yet.
No, and you're talking about something that they actually use as their defense. They're saying that the speech that he was going to present was condescending towards the school and the peers, and that heterosexual school members are not allowed to talk about their sexuality, so gay members shouldn't either. I think that's all BS. What I know that is not BS is the horrible thing of outing him to his parents without him being prepared, without him allowing this to happen in his own terms, because half of LGBT teens receive a very negative reaction from their own parents. We have numbers that around 30% are actually physically harmed by their own parents when they come out, and 26% of teens are kicked out of their house when they reveal this. So it's not an easy thing. It's actually putting in danger the life of a young student that has the future ahead of him. He's 4.5 student, and this just brings a whole lot of attention that he might not need in the future when he just wanted to share the message that respect is number one thing.
Now, he definitely has a case there, I would think. Is this principal just brain dead? Who does that, first of all? Maybe he legitimately, in all fairness, maybe he really didn't know that the parents didn't know about their son's
I think he was completely
sexual
aware because there
orientation.
was a back and forth of the script of the speech through with the principal and the student, where there were many edits, and the only edit that he didn't permit was taking away the fact that he was coming out. Mm-hmm. So he was very aware that it was a big moment for him. If you're as outraged as I am about this situation, let us know in the comments, and please subscribe to the Leap TV too.